Okay, we're back on that same chart. Same principle, minimum wage. I chose the NZD CAD for a reason. I didn't choose this bar for anything other than it's in the center. Have you ever wondered, on average, how far does a pair travel above the open? How far does it travel below the open? Is that important? Well, to me it is important. Suppose on average the NZD CAD on a daily moved 40 pips above the open, and it fell 40 pips below the open. If I placed a trade with a 10 pip profit target, and I placed another trade with a 500 pip profit target, which one has the better odds of closing? Well, of course, the 10. So, and that's important to me. I need to know the odds of the trade closing, or at least how long it will take for it to close. So if we took from the high, subtracted the low, from the high, subtracted the open, added all those up, divided that by the number of bars, we would know on average how much above the open the pair trades. If we did the same thing, if we took the low and subtracted it from the open, we would know how much time it spends below the open. Add them all up, divide that by the number of bars, and you'd know the lows. Here that's done. NZD CAD. ATR is based on periods. So if you looked at your ATR, it's probably not going to be 67. Most people use 10 periods, 20 periods, or something along that line. The numbers will be different. Mine, to be as accurate as I can be, I used every single bar in the chart. So in other words, it's in the thousands. Usually, they will be close. In other words, if it goes up 38, it's going to go down 39, 37, somewhere around that way. For some reason, the NZD CAD right here, and that's why I chose it, it is not close. It's not close. Usually they are close. Like here, 37, 34. This is a 240. 18, 18, 13, 14. They're very, very close. The more bars you have, the closer they will get. Now, if you have a data problem, well, then it's a data problem. But again, looking at the NZD CAD, the daily, let's say it's 38 pips from the open is its travel up. So let's go back. It always seemed to me that if the moving averages are going up, if the PSAR is going up, if the AO is going up, it says Tastic is going up, and these things have just kind of recently started going up. It seems that the price stays above the open more than it stays below the open. You can look at the little wick things. They're real small. Now here's, there's going to be some, that. It's going to be some where it don't work. So when it's going up, if I put in a profit target of 10 pips, I have a pretty good chance, because remember it was 38, the average was 38. I have a pretty good chance of it closing during the day. Now when I'm trying to make minimum wage, $7 an hour, so if I made 8 trades or 4 trades, I would just adjust my lot size. So let's say I was using a half a mini lot, I would need about 14 pips, your EURUSD pips, to make my $7. And most of my targets are probably going to be in this thing here, are probably going to be somewhere between $10 and $20, somewhere around in that area there. And the lot size will be adjusted to where I'm kind of shooting for $15 per trade. I might make it, I might not, but I'll adjust it to where I'll try to get 4 to 10, somewhere in that neighborhood, trades per day, making about $7. And that's where knowing how much above and below the open a pair travels. If we move down to the 60, you can see on average it only AUD-CAD only rises 6 pips. So it would take multiple hours for it to close. On the 240, it takes 12, on average it's 12 pips. And my target is going to be somewhere between 10 and 20, something like that. So I'm going to need to go up to like the daily charts and to look for when things are moving up. If you start selling, if you start buying when things are moving down, I end up with trades running far longer than they should. That money's tied up. Is it a good way to trade? Yeah, some people do it. I struggle with it. It's easier for me. It's never easy, but it's easier for me to trade with the trend. Small lot sizes, realistic targets that will close during the day, and known amounts. And I think that's enough of that.